Night ride tayo. Yeah. Night ride tayo ngayon. Test natin yung Zeb RockShox Zeb 2023 Zeb Ultimate actually. So compare natin siya sa Fox 36 na dati nakalagay, dating gamit ko. And daan tayo sa trail sandali, and then tingnan natin, we'll see where we'll go. So right now we're comparing the old Fox 36 factory against the 2023 RockShox Zeb Ultimate with the buttercups, and we'll see how it goes. Okay, so we switched to the chesty. And another thing we're testing today is the PNW Loam Dropper. I used to have the Fox transfer on this bike at 150 travel, and for the same insertion height I can get 170 on the PNW Loam. So I decided to give that a go. This is the first time I'm going to be riding on the Loam on this bike. So I must say it reacts differently than the Loam that I have on the nuke-proof Scout V3 for my daughter's bike. The main difference is the initial actuation from the switch here. It takes a definitive click. It's not as smooth as the Fox, even though I'm using the same lever. I'm using the wolf tooth lever on both the Fox and the PNW Loam. And on the Loam, the initial transfer is very firm. It doesn't give. You have to put some effort into it. Not as easy as the transfer does. So that's a plus for the transfer. So we'll just make our way here through our neighborhood, and then soon enough we'll cross into the trail. I'll put on the stronger light. I'll turn on the headlights, the helmet lights, and then we'll see. We'll just go quickly through how the fork feels in terms of support and small bump compliance compared to the Fox. Okay, so we're almost at the trail. We just need to cross that stoplight over there. First thing is, I noticed on the Zeb I have to put way lower pressure than what I normally put on the 36. Yeah. On the Zeb, I only put around 105 psi to get the proper sag. On the Fox, I have to put it in at almost max pressure at 119. And even with that, I have to put the compression and the rebound almost closed. So that kind of defeats the purpose of having suspension, because it's all locked out anyway. Might as well have a rigid fork in there. But it is what it is. On the Zeb, I have the high speed compression at fully open right now. It's fully opened, and okay, let's find our way first. And the low speed compression is at halfway at the moment. So from there, with those settings alone, the Zeb has clearly got an advantage over the 36 in regards to me using it. Okay, so let's see now. We're at the trail. Let's power up the light. No, we don't want that. We don't want that. Yes, that's it. And then turn on this for the heads. Okay, so currently my heart rate is at 136. We just go around here. If you can see on the rock shock there, I'm halfway, whatever. And my rebound, and then my rebound on the Fox is 1 click, 1 to 2 clicks from fully closed. The rebound I'm using on this Zeb is, I think, 4 or 5 clicks from fully closed. Huge difference. So let's see. Oh yeah, and another thing, this Zeb is insanely quiet. Unlike a lot of the forks, you feel it squishing or a vacuum sucking noise when you're using it. On the Zeb, it's absolutely quiet. Okay, let's adjust the lights. Let's raise you up a little bit. There. Okay. So normally I don't ride the trails at night, especially if I'm alone. But we've been so busy in the office. I don't have a lot of time to play. a moment there, I thought that was a dog. Okay. And go down. Okay. Right off the bat, this sled is so much more plush than the 36. This will be good for me and good for the arm pump. I get less of it. Go down. Yep. Okay. So regarding, let's talk a little bit about the dropper post. Yeah. Oh, I hate this turn. Especially at night. This is the infamous Ian's turn, where our good friend Ian had a mishap. Okay. So my heart rate is just under 170 right now. And clearly it's due to me not being able to ride my bike for almost 3 months now. So let's continue on. Oops. Okay. Okay, about the dropper post. So it looks like the more I use it, the smoother it goes. What I miss about the Fox transfer is that definite sound it does when it's fully extended. It just gives that nice pop. Okay, where am I now? Obviously I don't want to go through the whole trail alone in the evening, so I just cut the trail here and went on here. Okay, so right now the seat post is almost fully inserted as far as it will go. There's about an inch or so space between the collar and the top of the frame. I mean the seat tube. Okay, and fully extended. Fully extended, I feel that the saddle is a little too high, maybe about 5 to 10 millimeters too high. Good thing is, we can shorten the travel of this dropper post by 5 millimeter increments. One second. So I think that's what I'll do. And okay, I'll cut another shortcut. I'll cut through the trail again because that is what I do. It's the evening, I'm alone, and I just want to finish this. So back to the fork. Fork feels nice, but it's definitely a little more twitchy than the 160. That of course is due to the head angle being more slack than it was. And so that makes a slacker angle between the fork and the ground. That makes the fork. Naturally, you want to turn 90 degrees from where it is. Okay. Yep, I definitely took the right shortcuts. Ooh, pedal strike. Something you don't want. That will send you over the bars real quick if you're not too careful. Was there another line there? Okay, so that's basically the end of the trail. Let's go to where it actually starts. Start sign is here. It's right there. It looks like there are several new lines in here. Okay, so again, that actuation from the lever is getting really annoying because sometimes you have to push real hard when you just want to flip it easy. You just want to quickly drop your saddle and it doesn't go, and you have to push harder for it to drop. So comparisons. For the fork, for my own use case, I hate to say this, but I'd have to give this to the Zeb. And I don't think it's just about the 38 stanchions versus the 36. I mean, it's gonna be stiffer, the 38, but the spring rates, the feel shouldn't be that different. I really hate to say this, but I used to really love the orange 36 that I have, which now resides in my wife's bike. On the nuke proof, on my daughter's bike, she has the 2022 Lyric. That was also ultimate, but didn't come with the buttercups. So that one I feel is not as plush as this 38. I think the buttercups are really doing their job very well. Yeah. Or maybe it's just that I haven't really tinkered much around on the Lyric. But as of now, as it stands, I'm happy with the switch to the Zeb. I don't want to get my hands on the Super Deluxe. I want to get my hands on the Super Deluxe rear shock. I want to try the coil, but I don't know if it's going to be as playful as the air cans that we have. I'm currently running Fox Float X 2022, the one that has the 350 psi max pressure. The bike used to have a Float X2, but using that I have to pretty much max out the pressure, and I only get about 40% sag, so I switched that over. Okay, so let's see. Looks like there are people. The campsite here. I see lights. I see lights. Nobody's here. Okay, I guess I'll go straight home then. This is the TBT, Tribu Barra Trail. This is where the Fly Boys play. I'm not one of those. My knee hate me. As much as I want to jump my bike, just like in the high school days when I was on my BMX, my knees just wouldn't let me do the things I used to do before. That includes tennis, a sport that I really love. Okay, so overall, again, I feel that the Zeb gives me more support. I am 260, 265, 270, 275 with the kit on, meaning clothes, shoes, helmet, whatnot. And if you see Let's stop quickly just to see how much travel I've used in that small trail. Okay, you see I'm at about 40% travel used. And again, 40% travel used on a 180 millimeter fork at lower pressure and compression damping all open. It's very good. That means if I gain weight, God forbid, I go back to my old 300-pound self, I still have room to tighten up, to firm up the fork, and it would still support me. I think the maximum pressure for this fork is about 168, and I'm only a 105, right? So very good support. So right now the bike feels very balanced, even though I only have 160 millimeters of rear travel at the back. Let me turn off my helmet light. Okay, that's gonna annoy people. Bike feels very balanced. I like it. I might try to drop the travel in the fork to 170 or even 160 should the air shafts be available again, because right now there's nowhere in the world you can get any air shafts for the Debonair Plus. And normally I wouldn't buy a 180 for myself, even though the Santa Cruz Mega Tower is actually rated up until 180. I'd like to only be using 160 to match the rear. And this is mainly because I'm a big guy, I'm a heavy guy. I don't want to put any more undue pressure on the head tube by slackening it off. So we'll see when the stocks get back, and if budget permits. That's the more important part. If budget permits, we might try a 170 or a 160 swap. Okay, so that's it. I'm heading back home. I want to eat. I'm hungry. I was supposed to meet someone, but I was late, although I don't think they actually showed up. Okay, till next time. Bop, bop, bop. Bye. Okay, so let's continue, so I can't keep my mouth shut. So on my way home, and I just can't contain the feeling of finding a nice fork for myself. Now, if anybody out there has any idea if coils are worth it, because I've heard that coils are not going to be as playful. They're not going to be as playful as the air cans, but they will offer more traction due to their progressive nature. But we'll see. I've been wanting to get a coil shock. I don't want to splurge that much money. The Push 11 is really nice, but it's too much money. And the EXT shocks, they provide a good shock, a good spring for coil, very suitable for my weight at 800 or 750 pounds. But again, I don't want to spend $1,000 just to get a shock, just to get a coil shock. I get a RockShox coil for about 400 off of Bike 24, and this is already the one with the Mega Plus. Oh sorry, the one with the Charger 3 for about $400, maybe less. I think I saw one about $365. And then get that nice coil shock from EXT. That's about $150, so that's around $500. So half of what I would spend, half of what I would need to spend if I needed to get, if I got a full EXT shock, or that Push Industries 11 coil. Or wouldn't it be nice? Wouldn't it be nice to have all the nicest stuff, all the bling, but then you can't even jump. People make fun of you because you're just the guy who has a nice bike but cannot really utilize the maximum potential of the bike. And here's this idiot thinking he's some hotshot. Yeah, swerving in and out, banking, thinking he's in a slalom, but then you hear his bike crying for mercy because it's not even lubed, and it's almost falling apart. There goes the rant. But I see those kids a lot here. They're the one who always pops wheelies, never really caring who's around. And you can see there's a lot of children here, and this isn't really the place to be showboating. Do it on the trails, do it on the jumps. That's a nice guy. Not everyone would do that. Like this guy. He's in a big truck, driving in a big car. So, we're almost home. I'm still renting. So just for the heck of it, I do the same thing that guy was doing. Okay. Too much people. We don't want to get yelled at. There's a tennis court. Place that I would really love to be, but I can't run. If I do, many should hate me. I won't be able to walk. I won't be able to ride a bike, and generally be suffering. there. The bike just decided it would go all the way to the left. And that made me feel a tingle on my left knee. So we're home. That's it. See you on the next one.